Hey everybody, Marcus Crawford here with the Idaho Quadcopter channel. Hey, I am out at Discovery Park and I have the Autel Evo Lite Plus. I almost said Nano Plus, Lite Plus. And was getting ready to fly out here at Discovery Park. The weather's a little sketchy. You'll see on UAV forecast, it said chance of precip. Well, sure enough, it started to snow a little bit, or what they call grapple. Grapple is kind of in between snowflakes and hail. It's kind of a soft, hard little ice pellet. So that started to come down. And of course, as I fired the drone up, I of course got the notification to upgrade to the latest firmware version 1.8.3, which I did. I went ahead and did, and it says it takes 15 minutes, and I can tell you that is absolutely true. It took all of 15 minutes. Ultimately, it said the update failed and to restart. Once I restarted everything, it looks like the update is on there. And the first thing it said is remote ID enabled. So you do have remote ID on the drone now. There were some other things in the notes, something about optimized vision system, etc. I'll put that up on the screen so that you can see it. It went by fast enough that I didn't take a screenshot, so I can't read it off to you. But we'll put it up on the screen. So anyway, let's get this drone up in the air. Let's fly it around a little bit. I've just got about 70% battery or so, but that's going to be plenty for what we're doing. It was, today is March 6th. The last time I was out here was in mid-November with the Mini 3 Pro. And I actually just published that video not long ago. But I wanted to see the changes in construction, some things going on around here. It is still full-on winter. I think you'll see UAV forecast says it's 39 degrees. It feels colder than that, and we are getting that snow, so it's not good. It's not snowing hard enough that it's going to stop us from flying here, but we may see some of what they call grapple off and on going by the lens of the drone. But the drone is all fired up and ready to go. Let me put it on the landing pad. Let's quit messing around. Let's get this bird in the air. Okay, let's take a quick look at the camera menu here. Yeah, we're in 4K 30. I'll have to turn on HDR once we get it in the air. We will definitely do that. Let's see, what else was I going to say here? Oh, we should look at the at what our max altitude 120, return home 35 meters. So that is plenty for where we're at here. Just wanted to check that real quick. Let's go ahead and start recording, and we'll do an auto takeoff here on the app. And it told us it refreshed the home point, and you can see obstacle avoidance is on, and I want it on. I'm going to leave it on. We're in kind of a confined space here. I'll yaw around so you can see I'm kind of between couple of baseball backstops here, a couple of baseball fields, and you can see where I'm set up on a little picnic table here. Let's see, for our droney, yeah, we can do that. I'm going to move around this side, and I can point us off this way, and you're going to see us go right by some light standards, etc. Let me drop that gimbal down just a tad before we take off. Reversing up now, reverse and up. And you know, this drone is, speed-wise, it's not the fastest thing. I've noticed that and we're in standard mode, when you're giving it 2 stick inputs, it doesn't get too carried away. But you can see the lights for the ball fields here. And Discovery Park. That's the park, so. Let's get up there a ways. We're about 50 meters high. I'd say that's pretty good. Wow, looking really good. Nice, nice flat horizon here. So I think that looks really good. Let me yaw over to show you the new part of the construction. And you know, honestly, that doesn't look that much different than when we were here in November. And you can see some of the stuff that they're doing over there. They got some machines at work. and what all they're doing. And I have to tell you, one of the things that I miss is on my, when I fly my DJI drones now, I'm used to the DJI RC of the RC Pro, and I sure get a lot, you can see a lot better than looking, I'm looking at my iPhone here. So what are they doing there? They're looks like they're making, let me back up a little bit so we can see this better. Boy, they're making some kind of little mountain there or something. So I don't know if that's going to be a play area or what, but it's kind of interesting, isn't it? But they're definitely digging around there. And so these, they got these big parking areas here. And yeah, it looks like we have, gosh, are those, let's get down lower so we can see what the heck these are here. You know what, I'll be darned. Okay, so it looks like we've got some poles up there for some fencing. I don't know if that is that just to protect that little shelter or whatever it is. Oh, that's definitely, looks like a sand volleyball court right there. So, well, it'll be interesting to see when this thing is all together. And quite frankly, like I said, I kind of thought they'd make a little bit more progress than what they have. So I'm thinking these are kind of more. These are definitely probably more ball fields here, no doubt about it. Yeah, because look at the light standards and so forth. So yeah, we can get down here a little bit. And it's going to look like the area that I'm at right now. So we're kind of right about the height of these light standards and so forth. And I'm sure that's probably a restroom facility there. And usually they'll put a little concession area. So softball is just so popular. I'll tell you, I'm going this direction, and all of a sudden the drone is flying a lot faster. So I think it's got the wind at its back. We got a pretty good little breeze blowing here. And the last time I was here, we looked at these two pads, and I'm trying to figure out what is what. Yeah, is this a little basketball court? Could be. I'm thinking that's basketball right there. But what's got me kind of thrown here, and I actually walked up and kind of looked at these a little closer to see, but these are asphalt, and I don't know what they're going to be. But it looks, sorry about that quick yaw, but you got a little lean-to there, so I don't know what that's all about. But they definitely, looks like they're preparing, looks like they put some topsoil down and they're going to plant some grass. Let's go over and look at these boys here. They're doing building a house, pumping some concrete. So let's get up in the air so that we're not bugging them. But yeah, heck yeah, let's get a look at them pouring a new foundation here. And we're going to stay well enough away from them. Let me drop the camera down a little bit so you can see that better. Boy, those concrete pumping trucks always amaze me, how far they can reach with those things. So it looks like, yeah, that's two houses. So boy, look at how close they are together though. Gee whiz. Yeah, looks like they just poured the one and they're pouring a second one here. Awful close together. Yeah, I'm telling you. The days of big home lots, I think, are gone now. Boy, they really pack them in nowadays. Well, let's pick that camera up and let's head back. We are at 57% battery. I knew we'd be doing okay even with that update. So let's move forward. Let's see how fast we can get this guy up to. Yeah, we're up to 10 meters per second in standard mode. So that's all right. And I've shown you guys this part of the park before, but while we're here, we might as well take a look. Obviously, it's so damn cold. There's nobody out here on this play structure right now, but yeah, you know, that's where that's quite a play structure that those kids. I've always I'm envious. Didn't have that kind of stuff when I was a kid, and that the bottom part of that is like that really cushy rubberized stuff. So even if they fall off one of those things, you know, you're going to land on this kind of a cushion, which I guess is a good thing. I've talked about this before. This is a little irrigation thing. In the summer, they can dig ditches and so forth in that sand. Then you got a picnic area there, and there's a pump that they can turn on the water, and they can fill their contraptions with water. A little young hydrologists at work. And we'll go around the other side here, and we can take a look at the progress that they've made on the new fire station. Obviously, you're seeing all the construction, so there's a lot going on, and you know, you have to build infrastructure to go with the population, and that's what, you know, when you see these parks and so forth, that's what it is. And then there's that fire station. Pick up the gimbal just a little. Look at that, there's even blue sky off in the distance. I'll tell you, you never feel it with my fingers. And oh, that's the dog park down below. Let's kind of skirt around that. They got a spot for large dogs and small dogs. But let's get closer to the fire station here. Yeah, that's a big dog, big son of a gun, isn't it? And you know, honestly, you know, they had the walls up when I was here in November. So yeah, it looks like they're putting the ceiling on and so forth now. So I guess they're getting there. Kind of circle around here. Let me drop the camera down, grab some altitude. I want to make sure I'm above any light stanchions, although this thing does have front and rear and downward obstacle avoidance. I don't want to go sideways into a light pole or something like that. Yeah, boy, so now they'll build the fire station, and then they got to fill it with fire trucks. Can you imagine the millions of dollars that all that entails? But as you, like I said, as you increase in population, and we are seeing a big population explosion here in Idaho, that's what you get. Okay, let's back off of that guy. Get you another look. Go up as we go. So one thing I've noticed about this drone, as soon as you do 2 stick inputs, it really slows things down. So this over here, I don't know what this is. I'm thinking this may be some kind of a private development. I am not sure. I'm not sure what's going on here, guys. If this is, I don't know if this is property that's still owned by the city or not. Well, we've still got, man, this thing has good battery life. Let's go out here a ways. Let's throw it into, see if we can go into ludicrous mode and see how fast we can get this guy up to. Yeah, it's picking up speed, about 13 meters per second now, so that's about, I don't know, 29, 30 miles an hour, something like that. We're kind of looking into the sun, so it's kind of blowing out the sky. I'm going to drop the camera down so we get a better look at the ground down below. And when we come back the other way, we'll have the sun at our back, so it'll look a little bit better. This looks like a, if I was a betting man, I would say that is a dairy farm right down there. Small one, but that would be my guess. Farmers getting their fields ready to plant. And, you know, this is the rural part of Idaho that, you know, is just gradually getting encroached on by by development. And I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. People need a place to live, but we also need farms to grow food too. And this, I'm sure, is an irrigation ditch that'll get filled with water soon. And yeah, I'm not sure what all that business is all about there, but got a lot going on, and it's kind of fun to see them getting the fields ready to plant. And getting blue sky off in that direction. Let's turn around here and get the senator back. Yeah, there we can see the little ray of sunshine coming through on that land over there. Okay, let's bring this guy back to us. I'm going to go full tilt here, and let's see how fast this guy goes in this direction. You can see the clouds are a little more ominous this direction. And yeah, we're going into the wind because we're not quite as fast. About 11 meters per second. And again, that's in ludicrous mode, is what they call their sport mode in Autel speak. I'll tell you, this drone, in my opinion, this is probably the best drone that Autel has ever produced, although I don't have a lot of experience with Autel drones, and a lot of where I'm coming from is just hearsay, talking to others. I do have the Nano Plus, and I've got this one, but this thing, the camera on this thing is just stunning. Takes amazing video, as of course you're looking at right now. So back over the park here, and you can kind of take a look at what we got. You can maybe drop down here as we come back. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go back into, well, trying to tap, that's smooth mode, that's the slow mode. Let's go back to standard. That gives us our obstacle avoidance back. And I don't think it makes much difference speed-wise. And I am going to see if I can thread my way through these light stanchions here. Just on my looking at my little iPhone here, and we can take a look at this. And yeah, I can say for certain that is a concession stand there, and I'm sure it's probably a restroom on the other side. So let's move here, and again, I'm kind of being cautious because don't want to turn into any light poles or anything. But as we go around the other side, yeah, no, I don't see it. I believe that's just a concession stand because I don't see any other doors there. So it's probably just a concession stand. I don't know, that doesn't make sense because these people would have to use a restroom. They would have to walk all the way over to that building in the center of the screen right now, and that doesn't make sense. Yeah, they must have some restrooms involved in that. You're out there playing ball. Okay, let's get some altitude. Let's run this guy out to the far corner over here, and we'll do a return to home and see how this guy does on precision landing. Although I don't know if I gave it a really good look at its landing zone or not when it took off. In fact, I'm not sure if Autel requires that. You know, DJI tells you to go up 7 meters straight up before you move off, so you can get a precision landing. I don't know if this guy does the same thing or not. Okay, I am going to hit return to home on the controller. And returning home. Things working awesome. And there you can see me right in between those two ball fields right there. You can see my Tahoe parked down there across the street. And I'm dropping the gimbal as we come. And we still have 21% battery. This thing, man, the battery life on this thing, yeah, and it's, of course, now it's giving me the low battery because it got down to 20%, but why did it give me that ludicrous mode warning there? Because we're in standard mode. And you can see we're a little off, but I'm looking at the drone. We're gonna be in good shape here. It's closer than I want to be to that, and I'm going to go stand in front of it here and see when it picks up the camera. Should pick it, there it picked up the camera, and you can see me there. So yeah, so you can see on the Action 2 camera, you can see how far away here. We're probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 feet off of the pad. And of course it shut down video as you would want it to do. Let me get everything shut down and we'll do a quick conclusion. Hey, okay, I thought that was a pretty good flight with the Autel Evo Lite Plus. I almost said Nano Plus again. This thing is amazing. What a great flying, great handling drone. We did the update. We got remote ID now. You guys will have seen the video by now, but I'm always so impressed by the video quality that this drone produces. So we got to look around at the park here. Honestly, there wasn't much new to show you, but I wanted to see the progress. Like I said, last time I was out here was November, but you know, they've done a little bit, but we're getting there. Anyway, I'll come back again, hopefully next time when they get further along and we can kind of see what's what. But you got to look around Idaho a little bit. You got to see some of the farmers' fields as they're getting ready to plant. You know, they would start planting probably in April for sure, starting to plant grain and so forth, and spuds probably the end of April. But I guess that's about it. This is Marcus Crawford with the Idaho Quadcopter channel out, and if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Most of all, I do appreciate you taking the time to look at this video, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one. The Autel Evo Lite Plus. I'm really digging this drone. All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.